yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana, yes. Yesterday, Kiambu women representative Wamuchomba Roberts joined the wheelbarrow group. She joined Tanga Tanga, UDA, and ditched the Kieleweke bandwagon. And everywhere, it was celebration. It was celebration time. Wheelbarrow supporters were celebrating all over. Now we have the mountain. We have the mountain. They were celebrating. Yes, they were celebrating. Yes. And if you observe most political analysts, they were also of an opinion that William Ruto is now the king of the mountain. Yes, the king of the mountain. Yes. So in this video right now, I want us to dissect Wamuchomba's political move and its implication on Uhuru Raila and also on one William Ruto, without being biased to anybody. Just to start from, or rather to start with, previous results have shown that in Kenya, in every election, up to 80% of members of parliament or elected leaders are always sent home in every election. And Wamuchomba is not an exception. She was doomed whether she remained in Jubilee or not. She's doomed in UDA whether she's in UDA or not. She's doomed to lose her seat in 2022 anyway, going by the previous results. And I'm saying that because of this. If you look at the performance of Wamuchomba in the past 4 years she has been in office, there are very, very strong signals from the ground that she has not lived up to the expectations of her constituents. In a number of cases, she has been even heckled. Anytime she goes for any public function, her rallies always ends up being heckled or being chased away. And then immediately she was elected to parliament. She was among the most vocal members of parliament who were advocating for members of parliament to be given a salary increment. That's very, very contrary to her predecessor, former Kiambu women representative, Anna Nyokabi. Anna Nyokabi, upon being elected in 2013, she dedicated her first 3 months' salary to her constituents, or rather the residents of Kiambu County. And then here comes Wamuchomba. Upon being elected, the first thing she advocates for is salary increment. Compare the contradiction now. That's one thing that I strongly believe might have confused this woman representative into joining UDA. The ground is hostile against her. And the ground is hostile because she started on a wrong footing. She started by advocating for an increment in members of parliament's salary. That did not go on well with her constituents. And they have never forgiven her as from that time. They have never forgiven her. So she has been feeling the heat from the ground. That's one thing that might have informed her political move. The second thing that might have also informed her political move, looking at Jubilee and even in the past by-elections and even, there is always a very stiff competition for Jubilee tickets. Even if you look at, we are now going to Kiamba. Jubilee Party alone had over 11 candidates. UDA had only one, they just had picked one candidate. So it seems to appear that Wamuchomba, she's not very, very sure of securing Jubilee ticket to defend her seat next year. But now looking at UDA, she finds an option there, or rather, she finds it very, very easy to be given the UDA ticket because there is no competition in UDA. So I think that also might have informed a move. Because even in the previous by-elections, we have never seen UDA doing any nomination. They handpick a candidate and then we are given a ticket. We saw that they did it in Machakos, they did it in Matungu, they did it in Kabuchai, they did it in Juja, and even also in this, and they have also done it in Kiamba. So in UDA, if you cross over to UDA, you are guaranteed of a certificate, or rather a ticket, but not in Jubilee. So she might have crossed because in Jubilee, there is a stiff competition. And when I say there is a stiff competition there, I'm saying that because of this. Wamuchomba's predecessor, who was the women rep before Wamuchomba took over, Anna Nyokabi, is a very, very close ally of the president. A very, very close ally of the president. And from some sources, it's even rumored that she's planning a comeback through a Jubilee party. Through a Jubilee party. So Wamuchomba is just trying to escape, or rather to run away from that competition in Jubilee. Because she sees that in UDA there is no competition. A politician will always make such calculation. He says that I have no chance in this party, but I have a chance in that other party. He crosses there. That's what they always do. So Wamuchomba crossed because of that. That's also just one of the reasons. She fears a stiff competition in Jubilee party, that's one. And also maybe she might, I know from where I sit, there have been also some rumors that she might have fell out with the party official, or rather the party hierarchy. And that might have also informed the decision. And now, what does that mean politically to Raila, Uhuru, and also one William Ruto? To Uhuru and Raila, it simply means that they must now go to the ground and start their campaigns on the mountain. They have never done that. Let them now start that. Let them start the campaigns. Let them go to the mountain. Let them now bring, let them start the campaigns, because when campaign starts and then the people are charged properly, I'm very sure that politics will fall to place. And the residents will just look at the mountain. Where is our son Uhuru Kenyatta? So that move also by Wamuchomba somehow also dented the image of the president, in that it sent a perception, though perception is not the actual, might not be the actual truth on the ground. It sent a perception that Uhuru Kenyatta is very, very weak on the ground. That was a perception clearly sent by that move. So Uhuru Kenyatta should now go to the ground and just do some work there. To one William Ruto, it also sent a very positive perception to William Ruto team, that William Ruto is now the king of the mountain, or rather is very strong on the mountain. But that's a double-edged sword anyway. It can make one William Ruto now relax, thinking that now he has the mountain on his side. Something that might not be the case. William Ruto should take that as a challenge, and it should not get into his head. Let him now reach out to Kalonzo Musyoka and Musalia Mudavadi. And if possible, let him persuade these people through whichever means he can. Let him form an alliance with those people. Because I really find that forming an alliance with somebody like Kalonzo can guarantee him some votes. As to rely on the votes from the mountain that from where I sit, I know he might not get. Let him form alliance with the likes of Manstivo and Mudavadi. That will save him, will give him, add him some votes. But for the mountain, he should not rely on that. He should not rely on that. So folks, for today, let me stop it at that. If you've just bumped on this YouTube channel, tap on the subscription button and also on the notification bell. I also kindly implore upon you, kindly give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Give it a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya. tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana.